Hello, YouTube. It's technically Wednesday morning. I'm still enjoying my Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, and kind of having a long night considering how early I started my day today. But I'm at the 15th Avenue crossing of the Grand Canal. First time I've come over here. I don't usually catch the canal this far west. And probably can't see that too well, but actually, if I get on the other side, you'll be able to see that sign. I love that they actually put up a sign for 15th Avenue for the new Grand Canal path. They put a new path on Grand Canal, I want to say, about a year and a half ago. It was like these built it shortly after the COVID lockdown started. And probably y'all can't see that too well, but it's hard to see at night, but there's actually etched into the pavement. It's etched in the pavement, 15th Avenue. Hard to see at night, but in the daytime it's pretty clear when you're just looking at the pavement ahead of you. Anyway, I got the Ninebot scooter, and for what it's worth, I tried to go for a long ride on the scooter just to kind of rake it in. I was having a little issue earlier with the secondary battery pack. It had come a little bit loose, so I ran the first battery dead, and then the second battery was full. Like it's got its own little button here where you can hit, and it'll tell you how much charge it's got. It's got three and a half blinky lights. Anyway, I secured it with a zip tie. It's kind of a ghetto way to get it done, but until I can get new brackets on it, that'll do. I love the little pulse it's got going on the side. Looks pretty neat. Anyway, I've been wanting to do some POV videos, and I do definitely need to figure out a better way to secure my phone while I do it. But the last one I did, all things considered, looked pretty good. So I'm gonna just try putting this in my jacket pocket. See if I can get it kind of level, and hope for the best. Yeah, I'm gonna take this path on the Grand Canal. This is the furthest west I've ever been on it. I usually catch it at around 7th Avenue, but I'm gonna take this probably all the way to Oak Street. I've mentioned several times I really enjoy watching videos about urban planning and alternative modes of transportation. Meaning bicycle and primarily bicycle, pedestrian and public transit, but definitely scooter falls into that category, although I don't see too many videos talking about scooter as a legit means of transportation, but I certainly enjoy it as such. Anyway, usually in those things, when people are in the comments, Phoenix gets a really bad rap for it's terrible to bike in, and while I honestly haven't really rode a bike significantly in a long time, I've been doing the scooter thing for years now, and I think it gets a bad rap for the streets, like, as I was walking up earlier today, a couple videos ago, when I was walking up 32nd Street, and that guy went by me on an electric bike, and that was, he's on a narrow sidewalk. There's no bike lanes, but like I said, all he would have had to do is go a quarter mile on either side, and there's a perfectly suitable street for biking on. And the other thing that Phoenix has got a lot of is these paths that go along canals. There's actually a light there for a walk signal, but this time of night, generally barely have to slow down and traffic's clear, and I just go. But yeah, these paths are great. Almost every single canal in the valley has them, and these canals run all over the entire valley, from end to end, all the suburbs. Additionally, there's some green belts. I mean, I've do my vlogs. I've certainly got tons of footage of me walking up and down the path along 48th Street on the old Crosscut Canal, Greenbelt. But yeah, I've never shot video of this one. I've always kind of wanted to. I ride this one quite a bit, coming back from Bullocks. If you look here on the right, like there's a bridge that cuts south. I'm not sure what avenue that was. I want to say probably 3rd Avenue. And you go to the north, go to the south, it connects to 3rd Avenue, and there's a pedestrian and bicycle bridge. But yeah, like if you're trying to ride on major streets that don't have bike lanes, you're going to think Phoenix has terrible bicycle infrastructure. But if you make a little effort to look at a map, and actually these days it's pretty easy because you can use the Google Maps app and turn on the bicycle overlay, and it'll show you almost all these paths. And most of them are really good. I mean, I'm cruising along. I don't know how many miles per hour. For some reason, the speedometer on this thing is stuck in kilometers per hour, but I'm cruising along at 19 kilometers. Crossing Central right now. Actually, you know what? No, I think it is at miles per hour because it says I'm doing 18. That's not kilometers per hour. It's definitely miles per hour. Because yeah, before I think it was saying 28 or 29, which would be kilometers per hour. So yeah, I'm cruising along at 18, 19 miles per hour right now. So that's it's quite a clip, just flying down the canal. A little bit faster than my other scooters I'm used to riding on this. The Lime I've been riding for quite some time that died a few months ago. Yeah, it topped out at like 15.5 miles per hour. So yeah, this is much quicker. Actually, I wonder why it finally decided to switch over to miles per hour, because I switched it in the app hours ago and it just seemed like I couldn't get it to do it. And I looked online, I've seen so many reports of people saying that, yeah, they could switch it in the app, but they couldn't switch on the display, and nobody seemed to have a solution. I don't know, it looks like I just finally decided to do it. Well, maybe I just kind of had to shut it off and turn it on again, or whatever. But playing with the settings on this in the app, a lot of the adjustments on this you make in the app as opposed to on the scooter itself. And yeah, it says right on it, MPH. I'll see that. So, good times. I'm going to approach this little spot here about doing karaoke. It's called Mackenzie's Downtown Lounge. I think that used to be the Canal Lounge, if memory serves right. Pretty cool place inside, and I think they do a live band karaoke thing once a week there. I only ever went there once, got a big ass burrito and kind of chilled and sat by myself. I just wasn't feeling very sociable and didn't really feel like trying to. It was pretty clear that the bartenders working, were just not management whatsoever, and I didn't just feel like selling myself that day. It seems to be maxing out at about 18 miles per hour. Can't seem to get that little extra. Oh, there it goes. It's hitting 19. So I don't know if y'all hear the beep. That's the cruise control on it. When it beeps, that means it's locking in the speed. Oh my gosh, somebody on rollerblades. Nice. Yeah, it's actually kind of sad. I feel like this Phoenix, contrary to popular rumor, Phoenix has this fabulous bicycle infrastructure, which is good for, scooters, e-bikes, and as you just saw, somebody on rollerblades and walking. Nothing wrong with walking your dog, but there are times it seems like it's more than anything just used by homeless people. But Whatever. But yeah, I do wish more people would kind of discover this. I mean, it's remarkable how easy it is to get around Phoenix on a scooter. Wow, that slows down fast. I said I'm playing with the settings on the scooter, and I turned the regenerative braking up to its highest setting. So now when I release the cruise control, it slows down fast. I think I'm going to take it back to its medium setting because it's a little awkward. Yeah, that looked a little sus. Let's cross Longview. Longview is what 13th Street is called because once upon a time it was superstitious to have a 13th Street. So instead of 13th Street, Phoenix has the Longview Drive. And just that extra 3 miles per hour is just making this journey go so much faster than I'm used to. Yeah, we're coming up on the intersection of, I don't know if you saw that path that just took off to the left. I don't know where that one goes. There's a lot of paths that connect to the other streets, in the neighborhood. I do wish there were more pedestrian bridges that cross this, like there is at 3rd, but there are some. I forget where the next one is. It's a little bit past where I usually turn off at Oak. Anyway, I'm coming up on Indian School Road. And to try to get people that are on this path to use the intersection and the crosswalks and traffic light at 16th Street and Indian School, the path actually stops here at Indian School and resumes on the other side of 16th. I mean, there's dirt along the canal. I can certainly ride on that. But what I usually do is gotta slow down to make sure I'm not cutting in front of any cars. What I usually do is start across here into the Speedy Cash Loan parking lot. That speed bump's a little rough. And then, bam, right across 16th Street. And back on the path. Wow, now I'm actually wishing I'd have started running video right when I left Bullocks, just to kind of time and see how long it takes me to get home going this route. It's that extra 3 miles per hour just really feels like it's making a difference. This piece is kind of neat. I forget what the street is to my left, and I question if you can actually see it with me shooting vertical video out of my pocket like this, but that street kind of got put there after the 51 freeway got built. It didn't used to be there. I believe this used to be just the backside of houses along this edge of the canal, and then trim my torso a little bit. That's the 51 freeway there on my left. Next crossing, at this point I'm heading a little bit more south than I am east. Next crossing is going to be Osborne Road. Osborne. You can see it. That's the lights of the Phoenix Children's Hospital off in the distance. And try to angle my torso to get some video of it. One of these days I really need to get some of those glasses with the cameras in them, like what LGR uses for his LGR Thrifts videos. I just know those are not all created the same, and the bulk majority of those on the market are, from what I've heard, hot garbage. And I want to make sure I get some that are not expensive, but decent quality. Actually passing more other people on this path than I expected to, for it being after midnight. This area is always a little bit sketchy. Going into the 51 freeway right now. That was surprising. It's the first time I've gone through there in a long time that there haven't been a substantial amount of homeless people camping out in the tunnel. It's honestly kind of unexpected. And right now I'm across the canal from Urbandale Park. If you ever go and look at some of my older vlogs, when I started this whole project, not like I'm exactly a shining example of good mental health on any day, but when I started this vlog, it was because I was having some mental health issues, like pretty severe mental health issues. Kind of hard to explain exactly the episodes I was having, but I was having panic attacks. I was forgetting things from one moment to the next. I was going places, forgetting where I was going. It was getting pretty scary, and I did get on medication for a while, and I've since got off medication because I feel like I'm fairly well balanced right now, all things considered. But yeah, when I first started, I remember the first few vlogs I did, I was doing them from that park. That was kind of become my safe space. So, wow, I cannot believe how quickly I've made it to Thomas Road. I mean, I'm not there yet, but I'm almost there. I did say I was going to go to Oak, but now actually I think I want to go to Kitty's Cocktails. As much as I was enjoying going across that canal, now I'm heading back to the canal. Okay. Really loving how the scooter's handling. Oh, I definitely want to lower the level on the regenerative braking. It's a little bit much how much this thing is slowing down right now when I let off the cruise control. Wow, now that I'm actually shooting video this way, it's actually kind of got me thinking of John's YouTube channel. It's one I go to every now and then. He just recently shot a video where he was, he was somewhere in Arizona. I forget where he was. Anyway, I threw him a comment. He replied to me, and I haven't looked at his reply, but he seems to enjoy doing scooter ride-alongs in just some of the absolute worst areas of LA, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of enjoy watching them, and especially when he goes up and down Figueroa, where all the professional women are working women are walking up and down the street. And just other places. And I left him a comment. It's like, hey, I need to, you should team up with me when you come back to Arizona. I'll show you where some of the worst homeless encampments are. And he responded something along the lines of that he'd done several videos like that. I feel like I watch most of his videos, and I've seen him shoot a few sketchy areas, but like nothing like the level of sketch Phoenix has to offer. I actually helped out a woman that I met on the 44th Street bus. She was heading to the Andre House Women's Shelter, and she said she was from Anchorage, Alaska. She just did not strike me as that street savvy. Like, she didn't have that air of a homeless woman about her. And she seemed a little disoriented as far as where she was at and where she was going. And the thought of her, me trying to give her directions on how to get there. And then I'm thinking just how thoroughly sketchy that area is, around, say, 9th Avenue in Jackson. I had enough time. I went ahead and walked with her to the shelter and walked back. And it's been a while since I've gone to that area, and it was pretty sketchy the last time I went there, and it was decidedly worse now. Yeah, there's a little area. It's not very large. It's not as large as, Skid Row in LA. It's only maybe 6 city blocks-ish. But that 6 city blocks area in Phoenix, it definitely gives LA's Skid Row a run for its money for sketchiness. Whoa. I thought I had the cruise control on. I let go of the throttle and it slowed way down. Yeah, I'm definitely changing the regen braking setting. It slows down a lot quicker than I'm accustomed to. I'm honestly not sure what street I'm on right now. Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's another really good one for going east and west. People will complain about, oh, it's terrible. Phoenix is terrible for bicycle infrastructure. It doesn't have bike lanes, blah, blah, blah. It's got stroads. Yeah, if you're riding a bike on Thomas, you're not doing it right. This is Virginia. I'm a quarter mile south of Thomas, and as you see it, I'm cruising along at 18 miles per hour, and it's just absolutely great. And there's no time of day where the traffic is bad here at all. I mean, obviously there's some stop signs, and I should probably stop at them, but I'm not going to. I like to do what they're calling an Idaho stop. Idaho recently passed a law where if you're on a bicycle, I don't know if it applies to electric scooters, but it certainly should. But if you're on a bicycle, and you come on a stop sign, you're not required to stop. All you got to do is just slow down and make sure it's safe. I think I'm going to turn left here. Hey, and I'm back on 32nd Street. Yeah, I would definitely not try to do this in the daytime, but at night, I'm good on this lane. Hopefully this guy doesn't turn in front of me. It's nice having a headlight again. Oh. Debating on going inside the hideaway. I don't have much cash on me, and I hate running my cards right now. But it feels like a good time to pop into the hideaway and see what's shaking there. Anyway, hey, thanks for coming along with me on the ride. That was fun. And feels like I made really awesome time getting over here. Oh, that guy didn't sound good. Let's see if this thing's still shooting video. Oh yeah, it is. Right on. 25 minutes. That's pretty amazing time.